Hi, this is Valerie with At My Home, and today we're going to review the Gardyn Studio. It's an indoor hydroponic gardening system, and Gardyn sent us this for the review. So while we live in California, and you'd think it would be really easy to grow our own vegetables, what we found out is that while we had some great success at the beginning, it's really turned out to be a hassle. There's weeds, there's grass, there's pests. So the Gardyn Studio is a perfect way to use technology to take all the guesswork out of our indoor garden. The Gardyn comes in two sizes, the home and the studio. We opted for the studio, which grows up to 16 plants in just 1.4 square feet. Setting up the Gardyn Studio took about half an hour. It's not as simple as just plugging it in, but the videos and the quick start guide are super helpful. I made a separate video so you can see the full process. The Gardyn app is the control center, monitoring everything from temperature to water levels and guiding you every step of the way. You can use the Gardyn without a membership, but we wouldn't recommend that if you're brand new to hydroponic gardening like we were. Gardyn provided a 1-year membership for this review. It took about 6 days to see our first tiny sprouts. The app ramped up the watering, prompting us to add plant food and even guiding us through the early trimming. The plant book in the app became our go-to for specific plant care, and I consulted a lot in those first few weeks. Around day 26, it was time for the first tank refresh. It was a bit of a process, but again, the app walked us through it. Based on our friend's advice, getting the right pH can be a challenge for hydroponics, so we decided to buy Gardyn's Hydro Boost water treatment. They recommend adding it weekly for optimal plant health. About 5 weeks in, it was harvest time. We enjoyed collard greens, kale, spinach, and even some new to us veggies like green tatsoi and yellow chard. The fresh basil was very prolific. I will definitely be growing this again in the winter. I wasn't sure what to do with all these greens, so I asked ChatGPT and got a great recipe. Fresh greens taste incredible. We did have a few of the Y cubes fail to sprout. Gardyn does guarantee them, so we were able to get credits in the app for replacements. In the meantime, we needed to keep the empty pods covered, so we bought the Gardyn caps. After about 2 months, I ordered some new Y cubes, replacing some of the ones that failed, as well as some of the originals from our kit that I didn't like. When you add plants to an existing garden with plant food already in the tank, they recommend that you get them sprouted separately. We decided to get the specially designed Gardyn Nursery to start our new plants, and we're glad we did. It looks nice and it fits right on the base of the studio to keep the cubes warm and exposed to the LED light. The Gardyn membership includes vacation mode that you can use for up to 2 weeks to keep your plants from taking over your home while you're gone. We tried it for the first time recently and it worked really well, and even our new sprouts made it through just fine. Kelby is the Gardyn app's AI assistant that is included with the membership. While I do find it helpful to be able to ask it questions, I feel Kelby has a lot of room for improvement. It seems to start only once, at the start of watering date you set up for the garden, so all the reminders flow from that very first date. Kelby doesn't know exactly what plants I have and doesn't remind me when to add Hydro Boost, so we hope that they keep working to make Kelby better. The Gardyn is definitely an investment, both upfront and ongoing with plant food and other accessories. Its bright LED light and water pump also consume a fair bit of power. According to our Smart Energy strip, it will consume about 446 kilowatt hours annually, which will cost us about $79 a year. As of this review, the Gardyn membership, which offers smart watering, vacation mode, time-lapse videos, and monthly credits for new plants, is $25 a month for the studio and $39 a month for the larger home model. We would recommend you buy a membership bundled with your first system, then decide if you want to use it moving forward. For us, the vacation mode and the plant credits make it a good value. So far, we're really enjoying our Gardyn Studio. The app makes it really easy to grow. We have fresh vegetables anytime we want. And best of all, no weeding and no pests. Thank you for watching.